Okay, so the first thing we'll be needing is a black material to combine. You just need half yard, you don't need much, okay? Half yard would be okay. Then we'll need 4 yards of Ankara fabric. Although this is a complete 6 yard, but I'm going to cut out 4 yards for her gown. A full length of gown is 57, but I'll make it about 59-60 because she really wants it to be full, okay, and long. So you just have to keep folding till you get the exact length. Okay, so I want to check the length if I've gotten the folding to her exact length. All you need to do is just keep checking while you're folding. I think this is just 55, so I have to increase the length of the folding. So I'll go again and continue folding by pushing it forward till I get her length. Okay, so now I've gotten her complete length. I even have extra, which is about 60 inches plus. You know, our normal length is 57, so I've gotten like 60, which is okay because we're definitely going to fold the bottom end of the gown. Then you go again and fold from the side inwards. So now the folding is into 4. Okay, so now it's time to get her normal measurement. So the first one we'll start with is her shoulders. The shoulder is 16 inches. Divided by 2, you get 8. Okay, then extra like 9 inches or 8. Normally, whenever I want to cut this style, I still do my normal armhole pattern because if you don't do it this way, I don't know how you'll be able to get your extra. I don't find the style is shoulder together, but I like getting my normal basic measurements so it will be able to help me know what exactly I'm adding. Like now I want to add 8 inches for the length of her hand because she wants it before her elbow, and her elbow length is about 11 inches. So since it's before the elbow, I'll just leave it at 8 inches or 9. Okay, so you see I added extra 2 inches. These 2 inches will help me for the hand, the roundness of the hand. Okay, now her bust is 40 divided by 4, you get 10. So you have 10 and I added extra 3 inches since it's a big bubble gown. Okay, but I still pushed it forward, just made it 3.5 to be on the safe side. All right, 3.5 or 3. Okay, so our half length is 16 inches. You have to mark it to enable you get your calculations correctly, okay, and get a perfect shape. Then I marked 8 inches for a hip point. Okay, from the half length to a hip point is 8 inches I used. Then the full length is 57 plus extra 3 inches for your folding allowance. So now her hip is 40 inches. Divided by 4, you get 10. All right, then you add your extra 3 inches for the allowance. Although when sewing, you would sew just 1 inches out and leave the 2 inches. That's the reason why it's necessary to add your 3 inches to create that full look. Okay, then you go straight down. So now this is the roundness of her hand. Okay, so I just want to get my curve. Remember the roundness of her hand, I used about 11 inches, which is roundness about 22. So just cut. So I marked 3 inches as the width. Then the depth I also marked 3 inches. Although it's v-neck, but from that point we're going to mark our v-neck and come down by 6 inches. I just notched the midpoint so it would enable me. Now remember, you're not cutting the back and the front neck together, you have to separate it. Okay, so I came down my depth of, first of all, this is a nipple point. The nipple point is 9, so you come down before the nipple point. Of course, you don't want her boobs to show, so I came down by 7, or you can use 6. Now before I cut, I'm going to open it. That's the reason why I marked my midpoint, so when opening it, it will enable me know where I'm actually going to start from. So we're going to start our neck point from that spot. Although the back neck, you come down by 1.5 or just 1 inch. Alright. So I want to go ahead and cut the black pattern. Okay, so I just used length of 10 inches. Alright, then I folded the fabric into 2. The distance of just maybe 6 to 8 inches. It doesn't really have a fixed measurement, just follow the pattern you want to use and you know how to like carve out your exact shape you want. Still see, and if you notice it's too wide, so I've shaped it to get what I want. Next, I want to cut the V part for the neck. Alright, although if you get 1 yard, you can just go ahead and cut it straight up. Do you understand? Just cut it straight ahead rather than combining pieces here and there like I'm about to do, because I was trying to manage the half yard of the fabric. So I used the width of 3 inches, okay, in length of about 10. So I just have to place everything together to see if I'm getting exactly what I want. So I'm cutting the neck pattern for the back with the black material to just create that curve at the back of the neck. Though I'm going to join the straps together, the back and front black fabric together. So I'll show you the whole process, right? This so the next thing I want to do is to cut the pockets, and we'll make use of side pockets, okay, not front pocket, just side pocket for the gown. So next thing we want to start the sewing process. All the pieces of the black fabric, ensure you add gum stain to it. You notice you see a white paper, it's called gum stain. I glued it to the black fabric to give it a firm fitting while I'm sewing. Okay, so just place them neatly, and first of all you join the shoulders for the back neck and the front neck. Please ensure you're doing it for both sides. Do you see? So I've attached them together, the back curve and the front. So I've pinned my pattern together with the main anchor of fabric so it doesn't move out of place while I go ahead and stitch the V part of the neck. You're marking with chalk, so I would know the exact point where my stitches will start and end. So it's time to stitch the fabric and the black material all around. So you're using the black material to kind of like turn the neck all round. And please sew by half an inch all round. Okay, so I'm done with that. This is basically how your neck should look like. The rough part should be under the black fabric, while the neck part should be neat without the stitched lines showing, okay? So now that I've done the turning of the neck, it's time to match this design on the Ankara fabric. You fold it neatly all around. And please, before you match this down, ensure you've ironed this part very well. Just iron it neatly so you won't have a rough job. Let's just go ahead and match it down neatly. And when you're done matching it down, ensure you go ahead and iron it again. Like as a fashion designer, you should never get tired of ironing. I'm serious. So your work would look neat and appear beautiful in the eyes, okay? Okay, so the next step now is to attach the other design. I went ahead to add my gum stay and I ironed it neatly very well so I could place it on this Ankara fabric and go ahead and match it down. Okay, so I'm just go ahead and fold the hands. Okay, so I just cut a long strap of about 1.5 inches just to turn the hand. It's not turn upwards, just to turn it inwards so the edge of the hand would have a firm look, you understand. You can even go ahead and add gum stain or crinoline just to make it stand out, you understand. Well, I just decided to use the fabric like that to turn it. So I'm going to go ahead and match it again, more like turning it up, what you call turn up. Okay, that's exactly what I'm doing here for the hand. Just match it down all around. Please do the turn up for both hands. Okay, make sure you turn it up for both sides. Now let's go over and start sewing the gown all the way from the hand down. Remember we added 3 inches to the bust and hip part of the gown, so to give it a full look. So all we need to do is sew down by 1 inch and leave the 2 inches to add to the gown. Just sew down by 1 inch straight down. And when you're sewing it down, please stop before the length of her. I think her knee length is 40, so you will stop at point 40. Just a 39 to create the pattern at the side of the gown. Okay. Okay, so I'm just go ahead and fold the side slits for the gown. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to attach the side pockets to the gown. And before you do that, you have to mark your half length. A half length is 16. The half length will help you know how to attach the side pockets, where it starts and where it ends. Okay, so when you mark a half length by 16 inches, you come down by 1 inch and start your stitches from that exact point you marked. Okay, when you match the pockets, you open the seam first of all. You match it on one side and you match it on the second side. Just say I separated the pocket into two sections. So now I want to stitch the second part to the gown before joining them together. Okay, so the exact line I started sewing with, I'm going to match that line and follow all the way around the pocket. This line, I'll match that same line, sew all the way around the pocket. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm taking it round, all around. By doing it this way, it will be difficult for you to even notice if there is a pocket attached to this gown from the front. Why? Because of this pattern of joining. It makes it neater. Okay, so you do the same thing for the second part of the gown. Okay, since it's two sides pockets. Now that you've done this, take note you have to lose this first line, which is the line you used in sewing her normal gown measurements. Do you understand? Remember, we had to sew the gown first of all from the top to bottom before joining the pockets. We do this so that the pocket can flow with the shape of the gown. So when you've joined, attach the pocket like this, you have to lose the line in between the pockets where you have the stitches for her actual measurements. Alright, so I went ahead and I ironed the gown very well, gave it a very good press. So this is the finished look. It's looking pretty. Yeah. So this is how the slit looks like for the two sides. Then the side pockets, this is how beautiful it looks. Very neat. That's what I meant by ensuring you lose the stitches so your hand can be able to pass through, because if you don't lose it, the hand can pass through, right? Please give this video a thumbs up and kindly subscribe to my channel. Thank you. I appreciate. Alright. If there's any question you would like to ask about the process, drop it in the comment section. Okay? Then fold the bottom of the gown.